Hey folks, it's Jeremy Whaley, and I have got a good one for you today. If you have ever sold covered calls and thought it was hard to track your earnings on it, or if you've ever done the wheel strategy and you thought, I have no idea how to track this, or if you've ever done those kind of trade adjustments, you're going to want to see this because I created something just for you, well, specifically for people like you. And this is kind of the big debut. I've only shared this with a couple of people, had a few people testing it, and now I'm ready to roll it out and start sharing it with more people, which is why I'm sharing it with you. You say, what is it? And here it is. This is the ultimate covered call tracker. This is a journaling system that walks through doing covered calls. Now, this may look overwhelming for you. I'm going to go to the positions page right now, and I'm going to show you how simple this is. Before I do that, actually, let me kind of set this up. If you've ever traded covered calls, you know the strategy is super simple. But tracking it is just darn near impossible. You might sit there and buy the stock, and then maybe you've written options on it for several months, and you're like, well, how much have I really made? And maybe your underlying position, you might even be upside down. Maybe you bought it for $100 a share, and maybe it's trading at 93, and you're like, well, I don't want to sell it because I'd be at a loss, but I've collected all these premiums. Well, how much have you collected? I don't know. And I got frustrated when I was dealing with my private clients on this because they're like, well, I have no idea. I just know I made a bunch of money. I'm like, well, how much did you make? They didn't know. And so we started working on a way to track that. And this is it. It's basically a journaling system. It's a software that is a journaling system. And now I want to come over here and show you how easy it is. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a position. And there's two ways to do it. You can add a stock trade, which is your normal way to do it, or you can sell a naked put. If you're doing the wheel strategy, you can start by selling the naked put. But for our purposes here, we're going to start by buying a stock. And let's just say that we buy Apple. So we're going to buy AAPL. And let's say that we're going to start with 100 shares. And hypothetically, we'll say our purchase price was $200. And let's say, because I'm going to go back in time and do some positions on this, we'll say we bought it on that date right there. Now, I'm making up. Please, nobody be like, that wasn't the price. I know. I'm literally making this up just as a demo, okay? So don't send me any hate messages. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to add that position. Boom, there it is. And now you see that it has added into your positions here, okay? I was a little off. I put $200. If I wanted current price, I would have put closer to $269, but that's all right. So it pulls it in. Your invested capital was $20,000. Your current price is $269, and that's your position value, okay, which has a profit of $6,900. Now watch this. I'm going to open up this tab, and you're going to see that we've laid this out differently than probably you've ever seen laid out before. Instead of just being a ledger, what we've got here is we have a card system. Now, card systems have become very popular lately, especially in the world of like Trello, if you're familiar with Trello cards or any of that stuff. And what it does is basically it lays it out as a visual object instead of a ledger item. So what do I mean by cards? You notice we've got over here on the left, your stock positions, and on the right, you'll have your option activity, okay? And then you've got mixed in here a position summary. So you can see that we've got 100 shares, your average cost, your current price. Our effective cost basis is $200, and you're gonna see that that's gonna change. And your performance, you're up 34%, blah, blah, blah. You can see all that, okay? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add an option. And so we're going to click on the green add option, and this is going to be a call option. We're selling to open your call. So the leg type is a sell to open, and our expiration, let's go back because we started this in July. So we're going to say it was July 25th. Now, again, I'm making stuff up here. Okay. I'm making up numbers. So let's say we did it for $210, and let's say that we received $2.55 per share. Now, we had 100 shares, so we could do one contract, so we'll put that in there. And our trade date on this, we're going to go back in time and say that we did that on the 15th. Okay? We're going to add the option, and watch what happens. It has now been added to our cards. And what you're going to see is on the left, you see the stock history, and on the right, you see the option history. Now, in and of itself, that's not rocket science. Like, that's not really that unique. You might be, my broker does that, but your broker does not do what you're about to see right here, okay? So now here's what's going to happen. Let's say that this option expired worthless, okay? Now, you see here, we collected $255, one contract at $2.55, okay? And you also see it added over here. It changed your effective cost basis, tells you your total premiums, okay? We're going to say that this option expired worthless. So we're going to mark it expired, and it's going to say when did it expire? It was on the 25th. Mark expired. We're going to confirm that, and boom, that one's in the books. Now, whenever I pull this up, you're going to see that that card has changed to an expired position. It's not an open position, it's expired. Okay, now we've got a contract that we can go write. We still have 100 shares, right? So let's go do another one. So we're going to click down here on add option. And this time we're going to do an expiration date of, let's say we're going to do August 1st, okay? And this time, let's say we did a 215, and maybe we only collected $2 a share, and we did one contract on this. And let's say that our execution date was, we'll say that date there, the 28th, okay? So we're going to add this option, and there it is, okay? So now when I come in here, what you see is you see the cumulative. Here was our expired position. Here's your new one that we sold to open, one contract, $2. You received $200 for it, and look here. You now see that our total premiums collected is $455. Our actual, while the stock is up 34%, our return on investment is 36%. And we've lowered our effective cost basis to $195.45. It's calculating everything for you. Isn't that cool? Now, let's say that this one, we didn't let it expire. Let's say that we closed it. And let's say that we closed it for only $1. Okay, so we sold it for $2, but we closed it early for $1. And so we'll come back and say we closed it on the 31st. And now when we come back to our position, you will see that this option was closed, and we closed it. We bought it, or excuse me, we sold it for $2. We bought to close for $1. That means you made $100 on it, and everything has changed. Your total premiums went from $455 down to $355, and all the other numbers adjusted accordingly. At least they were supposed to. We're assuming that they did. And now that position's closed. Okay, so we can do this over and over again. We can add new positions in here. So let's say that we're going to do one now. Let's say that we did one for September 6th, okay, or the 5th. And let's say this one was for $250. And the premium that we received, let's say we got a good one. We'll say we got $3 on that. And we did it for one contract. And let's say that was September 5th, so we need to execute it before then. So we'll say that we executed this on this date right here. Okay? And we're going to add that option. And you're going to see all your numbers adjusting in here. We sold to open one contract for $3, collected $300. You can see that it's added to your total premiums, and your effective cost basis is now $193.45. Now, let's say that this one got assigned. Okay, so we're just going to click on the assigned button here, and let's say it got assigned on the 5th. We're going to record the assignment, and notice what's happening. We're selling now, it was a 250 call, so we're selling our 100 shares for $250. This creates an assigned entry in our journal. So we're going to confirm that, and boom, it is gone. Now you'll notice that we no longer have that in our positions. Instead, we've got it in our closed positions down here. And if I want to see what happened, I can click on View Details, and you're going to see the entire history of that entire trade sequence. Okay? This is a completely different way to trade your covered calls and your wheel. We can do this with the wheel strategy too, selling your naked puts to get into it. What it does is it tracks everything together, so you actually have a record of what you're really doing. You really know what your cost basis is. You know if you can afford to sell the stock at 194 instead of 200. You know exactly where you are. And, maybe some other people have done this, but I've not seen a software that does it like this. Certainly your brokers don't do it like this. And this is a great way for you to track it. If you look in here, you can see some pretty cool stuff like your yield. Your immediate yield was 1.5%. It would have been annualized at 547%. Well, you didn't get all that. You got the 1%. But you can see all that in here. And it's just a really cool way for you to see everything that took place with the trade. So this is a new software. Like I say, it's forming the foundation of what we're probably going to be releasing as a complete options suite. It's not going to happen right now. We're developing this, but we're calling it the Maestro Options Suite, and this is now available. You can get access to it. You say, how do I get access to it? I'm so glad you asked that question, because there's only one way right now for you to get access to it, and that way is by joining my brand new training, the Retirement Wheel, where I'm going to teach this strategy. I'm going to teach you exactly how to sell the naked puts to collect the premium and then buy the stock, and then turn around and sell the covered call as many times as you need to. And the very thing that this software tracks is what I'm teaching in this course. So when you buy this course, when you sign up for this course, you are going to get the software. I should probably charge you like $300 or $400 for the software, but I'm not. I'm going to actually give it to you completely free, along with a couple of other bonuses. You say, well, like what? Well, if you don't mind, I'll just tell you really fast. When you sign up for the Retirement Wheel, you're going to learn how to get paid first. You're going to learn how to trade for predictable cash flow. You're going to learn weekly and monthly income. You're going to learn how to earn about 1% to 3% on your capital every week. And honestly, it's the easiest way to make consistent profits. And so what you're going to get is you're going to get the live training. You're going to get lifetime access to the recordings, all the slideshows, all the PDFs, all the checklists and the work lists that go with it. And as I just told you, I'm going to give you this software, the options tracking journal specifically designed for this strategy. You're going to get unlimited access to it. You're going to be able to just log in and use it. And I think this should probably be worth about $297, but I'm giving it to you for free. In addition to that, I actually have a couple of other bonuses. I just want to go ahead and tell you about them. The first one, this one's really, really cool. I'm not going to go to the details right now. I'll do another video on this, but it's the AI-powered trading coach. Yes, folks, a trading coach powered by AI, trained on my methods and my processes. How cool is that? You can ask it anything you want. It's like having me right there with you 24/7. What is that worth? I don't know. I do know I charge $500 an hour for my private coaching, so it's got to be worth at least $500, but I'm going to give this to you as a bonus with the Retirement Wheel training as well. And then one more third bonus that's going to be really cool. It's really, frankly, priceless. And that is the current trades that we're using for this strategy. So it's our current top 10 wheel strategy trades updated for right now. These are current trades that I'm using for the wheel. I'm in most or all of these trades, depending on exactly which day you're looking at it. And you get access to that. You're going to have that list. You're going to be able to keep it and use it and abuse it, place the same trades if you want to. You get all of that with this program. Now, the reason I'm making a big deal about it right now is because we're starting this thing. We're doing it live. And so if you want to have access to all of this and the live training, you need to go ahead and take action on this right now. I'll put the links below. If you have any questions, just feel free to reach out. help@trademaestro.com, help@trademaestro.com. And we'll be teaching this throughout the month of November. Now, if you're watching this at a different time, if you're watching this after we've already done it, then you can still get access to the recordings and everything. But come on. Let's watch it right now. Let's get signed up right now because you want to be involved. You want to get into the live classes so you can ask questions, be right there with me, get all the group coaching and everything that goes with it. All right. So I look forward to seeing you there. If you have not liked and subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do that right now so you get all the notifications. And again, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments. Send me email, help@trademaestro.com. Whatever you need, reach out, and I look forward to talking to you. Until next time, I wish you the best. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Happy trading. Have a great day.